So before we end the interview, so far every guest gets to play Violin Podcast trivia. So for anyone who's watching on our YouTube channel, first of all, welcome. And the guest gets to answer 5 questions in 25 seconds time, and you need to get 3 out of the 5 questions right to get a prize from me. All right? Okay. So,
well, I have to say, just up front, my trivia is not that great, so please don't judge me.
Well, of course not. So we have 25 seconds on the clock here, and I have my actually have all my trivia questions right over here. Okay, so here we go.
Okay,
so
here we go.
3, 2, 1, go. Who was Antonio Stradivari's teacher?
God, I don't know that. This is embarrassing.
You can say pass.
Pass.
Which 19th century violinist was known as the king of the violin?
Oh my God.
You can pass.
Viotti?
Okay, who premiered Brahms' Violin Concerto?
Joachim?
How many calories does a violinist burn in 1 hour of playing?
Isn't that really variable? I think I burned the least. I'm gonna pass. I have no clue.
Before steel strings were a thing, what were violin strings made out of?
Gut.
Okay.
That was really embarrassing. Goodness me. Now I have to go look up all of that. Maybe I'll have to know those answers for DMA.
So, all right. So let's review. So the first question was, who was Antonio Stradivari's teacher? The answer to that is Amati. Niccolo Amati was Stradivari's teacher from Cremona. And for anyone who's listening for the first time, Niccolo Amati and Stradivari were, Amati was a mentor of Stradivari. So Stradivari learned how to make the violin from him in Cremona, Italy, back around 350 to 400 years ago. All right, so the next question, which 19th century violinist was known as the king of the violin? He was referred to as the king of the violin. Do you have a guess now?
I feel like Paganini. I am so bad with history.
He was the first one alongside Franz Liszt to make the rock star image of the violin. But it was Eugene Izai who was the king of the violin.
Which century are we talking about?
Late 19th century.
Oh gosh.
Late 19th century, early 20th century.
Of course. This is so sad that I don't know that. I should have known that.
Okay, and
I'm crying on the inside, Eric. This is really
question 3, who premiered Brahms' Violin Concerto? Joseph Joachim. You got that right. How many calories does the violinist burn in 1 hour of playing? So, actually 175 calories in
Only?
1 hour. Yeah.
Oh, well, so much for the thought that practicing equates working out.
Yes, people, practicing the violin is a fitness routine, it's a fitness regimen, so go practice. And question 5, before steel strings, what were violin strings made out of? You said gut. Gut was correct. So you got 2 out of the 5 questions right.
Oh, this is so sad.
So you know
anything else.
So no mug from me. So I apologize about that. But Max, thank you for sharing your thoughts on the Violin Podcast. I really, really appreciate your insight on the world, on music, and I hope that in the future that we get to reconnect and have you on the Violin Podcast once more, hopefully in person.
Oh, well, that would be very, very fun.
That would be a lot of fun.